Forcecage. Let's play a game of Nerfed or not. Forcecage. Now, everything's basically the same with this spell except for two things. One, 1,500 gold piece material cost, which the spell consumes now. It didn't before, it does now. And it now requires concentration. This is kind of a big deal. It's 1 hour concentration, but still concentration where it didn't before. This created a bunch of combos that people could do, you know, forcecage, cloud of death, and things like that. But what do you guys think? Is this spell nerfed now because of this? Are you not going to use it because of this? Grasping Vine. This is a 4th level druid or ranger spell. It requires a bonus action to cast. Does also require concentration. The things that's changed about this is you cast it in an unoccupied space that you can see. Make an attack against somebody. If you hit, it does 4d8 bludgeoning damage, pulls them towards the vines, and they're grappled. And this spell has an upcast. For any spell slot above 4th, you get to grab 1 additional creature with this spell. What do you guys think? Is this a nerf? Is it not? Or are you even gonna use this spell? Or would you only use it as a druid, but probably never use it as a ranger since you're competing with Hunter's Mark? But since it's doing probably as much damage as Hunter's Mark would be doing, would you just use it instead? Hero's Feast. The difference in this spell now is the fact that you are not immune to poison damage anymore. It's been knocked down to resistance to poison damage. And you don't have advantage on all wisdom saving throws anymore. That's just completely gone. Everything else is pretty much the same. What do you guys think? Nerf or not? Would you still keep using this spell, or is it just not worth it anymore because it is like 1,000 gold pieces to cast the spell, which it does consume? Swift Quiver. So this is a 5th level ranger spell. Requires a bonus action to cast. Does require concentration. Now, on the turn you cast it, and every turn after, as a bonus action, you can make 2 attacks with a weapon that requires arrows or bolts of ammunition. Which, you know, longbow, crossbow, things like that. Now here's the thing. They do damage just like a non-magical ammunition. This is a 5th level spell. A ranger that's casting 5th level spells is going to be fighting things that needs to be doing magical damage. So why would you use this spell over Hunter's Mark? Because Hunter's Mark is at least doing magical damage, even though, yeah, it's magical force damage. But why would you use this spell over Hunter's Mark? There's no reason. It's doing non-magical damage, which means some creatures are going to be either taking half damage or they're going to be taking no damage. And the only reason I could think you would even want to use this is if you have some really good weapon masteries. But at that point, the damage might just be more important. I really think they just missed the mark on this spell. But tell me what you guys think. Did they miss the mark? Is it actually a good spell? Am I not thinking about it in the right way because I still don't have the book yet? Let me know. Alright guys, let's talk about a spell that got a buff, and that's going to be Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Now, almost everything about this spell is the same. 1st level, 30 feet range, wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they fall prone, and they have to continue making the save. If they get attacked right at the end of their turn, then they have to make the save. It's at advantage if they take any damage. This is the buff. The spell now has an upcast, so any spell slot above 1st level, you get to target an additional creature. This is kind of big. Does this make it to where you're going to want to use the spell more now, or are you going to want to use the spell probably about the same as it was before? I honestly think this is a huge buff to the spell, and I think people are going to use it way more than before.